Good evening. I'm Eldad Kenan, historian from the land of Israel, from the Galilee. I'm your guest in Rega בעברית for this week. And we will read the following of Genesis 25. Midrash Tanchuma for Parashat Vayere 17 reveals what Chazal understood regarding Yitzchak. I read the Hebrew first. בראש השנה נפקדה שרה ונולד יצחק לזין חודשים בליל פסח, which is Sarah conceived on Rosh Hashanah and Yitzchak was born on Pesach night. Note also that Yitzchak was the first human ever to be born a Jew. Hence the first Jew was born on the same Jewish date Yeshua was crucified. In Bereshit Rabbah, Parashat Toldot 64:3, Rabbi Yoshaya explains, when a complete kosher olah, sacrificial animal, is being out of the curtains, it is disqualified. So are you, Yitzchak. If you go out of the land, you are disqualified. And Yitzchak indeed never left the Holy Land. So, in Hebrew it's מה עולה תמימה אם יצאת חוץ לקלעים היא נפסלת, אף את אם יצאת חוץ לארץ את נפסל. Thus the process by which Chazal established Yitzchak's unique status is clear, complete, kosher, and hence worthy of being a sacrificial lamb. The rest of Parashat Toldot reports Yitzchak's career in the land of Israel. Should he leave the land, he would lose that unique status. It would disqualify him also as the olah on the altar, as the Akedah report describes. Technically, it is like a chronological problem, but remember, there is no earlier and later in the Bible. Moreover, Yitzchak was born pure and nothing contaminated him until his death. All this lead to the conclusion that Yitzchak is a prefiguration of Yeshua. And even the rabbis understood the Akedah as follows. I read Pirkei de Rabbi Eliezer, Lamed Aleph, Chet, Hanisayon HaAsiri. אמר יצחק לאביו, אבי הרי האש והעצים, היכן הוא השה לעולה? ויאמר לו אברהם, אלוהים יראה לו השה לעולה בני. אתה הוא השה. רבי יהודה אומר, כיוון שהגיע החרב על צווארו, פרחה ויצאה נשמתו של יצחק. כיוון שהשמיע קולו מבין שני הקרובים ואמר, אל תשלח ידך אל הנער, חזרה הנפש לגופו, והתירו ועמד על רגליו. וראה יצחק תחיית המתים מן התורה, שכל המתים עתידין להחיות. באותה שעה פתח ואמר, ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי המתים. רבי ברכיה אומר, עלה ריח ניחוח של איל לפני כיסא הכבוד, וערב לו כריח ניחוח של יצחק. רבי חנינה בן דוסה אומר, אותו האיל לא יצא ממנו דבר לבטלה. אפרו של איל הוא יסוד הפנימי שעל גבי המזבח. Now the English, Pirkei de Rabbi Eliezer 31:8, the 10th trial. Said Yitzchak to his father, Father, there are the fire and the trees. Where is the sacrificial lamb? Abraham told him, you are the lamb. Rabbi Yehuda says, as the soul touched his throat, his soul left his body and flew away. As the Lord said, do not stretch your hand to the boy, his soul returned to his body, and he, Abraham, untied him, and he, Yitzchak, stood on his feet. So the question is, did Yitzchak die and return to life? Yes, he did. Midrash Tanchuma Parashat Shalach 14. That time Abraham took the ram and sacrificed it instead of his son. What does instead of his son mean? Abraham said, Lord, I will slaughter the ram so that you will see it as if it is my son. If my son is slaughtered before you. He took the ram's blood and said, see it as is it my son's blood before you. He skinned the ram and said, see it as if my son's skin is before you. He burnt the ram and said, see it as if my son's ashes are piled on the altar before you. Said the Lord, indeed your son was sacrificed first, but this ram is instead of him. In the Babylonian Talmud, Zevachim 62a, said Rabbi Eliezer, when Golei Babel, the newcomers from Babylon, returned, they saw a built altar and Michael, the great prince of heaven, standing next to it and sacrificing on it. Rabbi Yitzchak Napacha, the smith, said, they saw Yitzchak's ashes placed there. So the question is, the ashes were Yitzchak's ashes. This implies that Yitzchak has been sacrificed. Moreover, Pirkei de Rabbi Eliezer 31:8, the eighth trial, reads, Yitzchak knew or saw that the resurrection of the dead is from the Torah, as all the dead are destined to be revived. Then he said, blessed are you, God, who revives the dead. Rabbi Berechia says, the ram's good smell ascended before the sea of honor, and God liked it as he liked Yitzchak's smell. Rabbi Hanina, son of Dosa, says, the ram was entirely used positively. Its ashes is the foundation of the inner altar. It cannot be missed. Rabbinic sources accept that Yitzchak died on the altar and was resurrected. Rabbi Eliezer, the same Rabbi Eliezer quoted in B Talmud source above, says that Yitzchak died and was resurrected. This is in line with the idea that he was sacrificed completely and only then God sent the ram. The rabbis continue this line by pointing at what happened when the Golei Bavel returned. They saw Yitzchak's ashes in or on the altar. He must have died, so the rabbis believed, or else there was no Yitzchak's ashes. Rabbi Eliezer is later than Yeshua's time. Could this entire idea be a reply to Yeshua's resurrection? I don't know. However, we know that rabbis in consecutive generations accepted that not only general but even individual resurrection is possible.